Okay, welcome to Webinar Wednesday. I'm Morgan Crane, exclusive Black Status presenter with Unique, and I'm joined today by Molly Mahoney, who is a Green Elite presenter in my company, and I'm so excited to have her here with me today to share everything that she has to offer. I'm kind of swaying a little bit. I have my little guy with me today, so hopefully he'll just hang out, and I know he wants to learn everything as well. My little intro for Molly, hold on, I have it, Molly. Do you want to say hi?
Hi! Hi! I'm so excited to be here, yay!
Super exciting. Oh, you know what, I minimized it, that's why I was like, where's my stuff? Okay, so a little bit about Molly. Molly Mahoney is a vocal performance and creative career coach and the owner of The Prepared Performer. Basically, it's Molly's job to make sure people are awesome on and off stage. She loves sharing all that she's learned as a performer in New York City, on cruise lines in Las Vegas, and in order to help her students and clients attack their goals with clarity, confidence, and joy. I love it. And when she's not selling $41,000 in personal sales in mascara, she is also at home with her 3-year-old and her 1-year-old sons and her husband. And Molly's just a bundle of energy and a bundle of joy, and we're so excited to have you here today. So I'm going to hand it off to Molly. We're going to keep this short and sweet and jam-packed with content. So grab a pen and listen to the master. Here you go, Molly.
Thank you, Morgan. Awesome. And thank you just in general for everything you have done for all of us and for me and the world, because you're awesome. So yay for that. Okay. First of all, you guys, like Morgan said, I had kind of a flowery, performance-y type of thing planned for today. And I just decided, I realized what my audience actually is. And we're going to like cut all that fluff and I'm going to get right to the point, because I know when I listen to these things that I want to just get the information and go put it to work. I don't want to sit here hearing stories. So I'm going to be super quick, and I talk like the Micro Machines man sometimes. So if you can't understand, don't worry. We will have the question and answer thing open at the end of this call, right? Right. Okay, I'm going to check and see how many of you are here right now. Awesome. Okay, there are like 10 of you in here right now, which is super cool. And I know we'll be having more joining throughout the day. Hooray. And this will be a replay as well, so you can share it with your teams. Did you know that 75% of our population has a huge, crazy fear of public speaking? That's a giant amount of us. And I know that there's loads of us in this team, in this company, that have that fear as well. The thing that confuses me about that statistic is that people think that they can just get up and speak without ever practicing it. Like, they think that that should be something that's just normal. And it's not normal. Like, performing and being out in front of people is not something that's normal. So I think that we should have that fear, because most of us don't practice it. If I had not been practicing being a performer since I was 8 years old, it's still a little terrifying for me, but it would be even more terrifying. So I'm going to challenge you all to really use these tools and put them to work, and then break through and not be afraid anymore, because you've actually put the work in so that you don't have to be afraid. Also, I want to talk about the fact that every day as we're talking about these products and sharing these products, we are on stage. We are on a platform. We are sharing our stuff. So if you don't practice talking about these products with your friends or with home or with the person at Starbucks, then it's going to be more difficult for you. I make it my goal to practice talking about these products, talking about everything that I love in life as much as possible, so that when I get to the point when that person who is ready to make that $300 purchase, when I'm there with them, I don't trip up and I'm not feeling all awkward. So practice is hugely important. Also, I just want to touch really, really quickly on confidence. I talk a lot about confidence, and my main confidence tip is that everyone has something within them that makes them personally awesome. I like to say that everyone has something that makes them awesome, even if it's just that they make a really great quesadilla. You may have heard me say that before, which is my favorite thing to talk about. So go find your quesadilla. Before we get into the rest of this, really what's important is to make sure that you have at least 5 things about yourself that make you awesome. Because as you guys know, people can buy these products from anyone. And so if they don't have a reason to buy them from you, then why don't they go to their neighbor or their sister in Timbuktu? I don't know. They need to be knowing why they're connecting with you. So you guys need to know what makes you awesome before you can do any of this other stuff. And I know that you all have something that makes you awesome. So figure it out. Okay, now this step is how to take that awesome and put it out there. So Before you worry about that, I also want you to recognize that everybody else has something that makes them awesome too. So if you walk into a situation and you're just thinking like, I'm amazing, I'm going to share these products, and that's going to be a turnoff as well. So you need to make sure that you're also celebrating and recognizing what is awesome in others, because we're all here to build each other up and make everybody feel amazing. Okay, Morgan, are you ready for this? Okay, these are my 5 P's of being a prepared performer. The first one, ooh, I really love alliteration. So the very first one is something that I already talked about a little bit, but that is practice. If you don't practice this stuff, you guys, it's not going to get better. So when people are afraid of doing videos, let's talk just in the sense of videos, because that's really like a performance. If you don't do them, if you just sit there and think about it, and then all of a sudden turn your camera on and it's like, you know, yucky, then it's going to be, that's like normal because you haven't been practicing. So first step is just to do it. Like all this stuff that I'm going to talk about today, I want you to do it. Like practice it as much as you can. And the more that you do it, the better that you will get at it. Sometimes people are like, yeah, but Molly, you're just like, you know, you live this way. This is just the way that you are. But that's not, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I don't think that's actually true. I think it's just the fact that since I was 8 years old, I've been performing. And so I've been practicing a lot. So what is awesome about that is that you guys have the potential to have that same sense of stage presence. Presidents? Okay, I'll bring you to another thing. Stage presence. Be willing to accept the fact that sometimes you're going to mess up and laugh at it, and who cares? It's awesome. Just move on, right? Okay, so practice, practice, practice. And here are the things that I want you to be able to think about when you're practicing. The next P is pitch. So when you're speaking, if you are speaking, I watch some videos sometimes, you guys, and people are like, hi, my name is Molly, and today I'm going to be telling you about all of my amazing products. And they're in this really monotone, like, way. So recognizing the fact that you can vary your pitch if you want to be, you can say things that are like, oh my gosh, hi, I'm so excited. If you raise your pitch up high, that's going to bring more excitement and happiness. Oh my gosh, Morgan is bringing us a zoo and a nursery. Her cat was just climbing on it. Hello, hi, mister, hi, little friend. Oh, I love it. Okay, so your pitch is going to affect the way that people take in your information. So if you are trying to get really serious with someone, if you want to be, you know, having them really listen, you might not want to be like, okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you up here and I really want you to listen. That's not something that they're going to process in a way that makes them think that you're really getting down to business. If you notice just right now when I said, that's not the way you're going to process, they're going to process the way you're really getting down to business. I brought my voice down and I was using a more guttural pitch. So everybody, right now, I want you to put your hand on your chest like this. This is weird doing this for myself, but just put your hand like this and you're just going to go, huh, huh. Try that. You don't have to do it, Morgan. It might freak out the baby. Okay, but if you go like this, huh, you notice that there's like vibrations in your chest, right? If you go like this, woo, woo, you're up high and there's not as many vibrations. We have this ability with our voice. I could get really technical about it, but I'm not going to. We have this ability with our voice to be able to use this huge range of color. And you need to figure out what colors you want to use at different points. So at first, right now, we're just going to play with those different colors. So you can say to someone like, you know, hey, at vendor shows, you know, we wear one eye or whatever. When people are walking by, if I went up to them and I said, have you heard of 3D mascara? As opposed to, have you heard of 3D mascara? So I'm going to change, my pitch is going to give a different energy, right? It seems kind of basic, but actually if you play around with the different phrases that you have, that you say on a daily basis and see how you can vary the pitch, it will change things. Okay, the next one on my little list of P's is pauses. So you can build major excitement with a pause. And when you do sometimes if you're not used to doing videos, you might want to script it out. And you can even mark in there before you reveal something that is really exciting, you can take a pause. And what it does is it forces people to go, what? Because if you're just giving them information all the time, they're going to be like, oh my gosh. It's going to kind of turn them off. But if you take a moment and then get really, give them whatever goodness you're going to give them, it's going to make them go, what? Especially in the day and age that we live in right now, because there's so much noise everywhere. So that's something that you can do with your voice, but it's something you can also do with your movement. So let's say you like start up, you know, you're talking like this, and then all of a sudden you're like, it causes this change, right? Where they're going to focus in because you've made a change and now they're wanting to know what's going to happen. That's pauses. Okay. Also, oh, and you know what? Watch for taking pauses in weird places as well. So make sure all of this really is about being super intentional with your presentation skills and making choices as you're going through. So if you did a video and in the middle of it, you're like, okay, so now we're going to, there are two things that you can do. You can do the video over again because that's weird, or you can, I love to do jump cuts where you take your video and you chop it up into different things. So sometimes I'll take my notes that I'm going to do for a video and I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Then I'll stop and then I'll move to a different spot and say, yada, 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 yada. And then I'll stop and I'll move to a different spot and then finish up. So I don't have to worry about being consistent through the whole entire thing. And if you have a Mac with, or even on an iPad with iMovie and different apps like that, you can crop those together really quickly. And it saves you a lot of stress because you can just crop them together. So you can eliminate pauses that way too. Okay, the next one is pace. So like I said, sometimes I like to talk like a Micro Machines guy, but I know that that is my nerves and my excitement lead me to that place. And sometimes I need to watch it. So this kind of goes in with, with the pauses, is your pace is affected as well. So if something's really exciting, you might want to pick the pace up a little bit. But if you really want to make sure that someone understands exactly what you're talking about, I love that little baby, P.S. So cute. You see the little baby in the box? I love him. Oh, it's so big. Okay. Okay, if you really want to make sure that someone gets the exact message that you're delivering, then you need to slow the pace down and make sure that you're being very clear with each of the words that you are using and very intentional with each of the words that you are using. Make sense? Yeah? Okay, so that's pace. Also, this is kind of a little addition to pace, but there's also the power in repeating what you've said as well. So if it's something that maybe you're doing a team training or you're doing a video, I think this is really effective in all things that you're doing. So let's say you're doing a video about, you know, the Crazy Awesome Foundation. And do I have my, yeah. Okay, so recently I just did a video. I'm sitting on my desk, you guys. I have this whole setup on my desk. Okay, so recently I just did a video about the fact that we are out of our big, amazing brushes. But I was doing my video and I was like, you guys, I have a secret. I did it like whatever, the angled way. And then this brush is actually better than that big puffy brush because it's angled. So I got like really close. I took a pause, I got in, and I used all my consonants and all my vowels as I'm talking about the amazingness of this blush brush and how it's cheaper, whatever. Do I actually believe that? I don't know. I mean, I really do love this brush. Would I use the big brush every day? Yes, I use the big brush every day. But there's amazing magic in this brush. So I can use my performance skills to make like magic around this brush, right? Okay, so that is pace. Did you see that too? You can use your vowels to elongate things like pace. So have fun with your words, like make it exciting. Okay, the last P is power. So this is about your volume. So like I just said with that, I got really quiet and people came in. So you can change the volume and the pace at the same time, or you can also change the volume and the pace at the same time. That might not be the best combination. I don't know, but play around with it, right? So getting quiet will bring people in sometimes, or getting loud might wake them up. Like, you guys, come on, let's pull this together. Get off your booties and sell some mascara, whatever you need to do. I just want to, so those are my 5 Ps. Those are like 5 really awesome Ps that can help you as a performer in your everyday life while you are selling these awesome products, or just living your life. It can help with your kids. I don't know. It can help with everything. I love bringing performance skills to everyday life. A couple other things I want to talk about that don't fit into those Ps are figuring out what you're going to do with all of that. So now I have some W's for you. You need to figure out when you're doing a video, or you're at a vendor show, or you're at a home party, or you're talking to the person that you ran into at the aisle at Target. You need to figure out your who, your what, and your why. So all different times, we have different people that we're talking to. So who we're selling these products to, who we're sharing this opportunity with, who you're looking to connect with just because you want to buy more LuLaRoe leggings, I don't know, whatever. I have a very serious legging addiction, you guys. It's really bad. So who they are, figure that out first, because you're going to be speaking in a different way. You're going to be presenting yourself in a different way when you're talking to someone who is a coworker at your office job than you are when you're talking to a mom on the soccer field. Like, it's just a different, and maybe even two different moms on the soccer field. Each person is different, so really use your skills to like take in the information of who you're talking to, and then figure out very specifically what you are talking to them about. I think sometimes we get nervous and scared and excited. This is me, really, I do this a lot, and I just start talking. Like, I just like, little information comes out, and you get, 10 minutes after the conversation, and you're like, what the heck did I just say to that person? So take a moment and really think, who am I talking to, and what exactly do I want them to get from this conversation? What am I going to share with them? And then, why the heck should they care? So this is something that's really great for everyone to do for their actual, just for your business in general. You can come up with like 3 or 4 different niches that you are going to focus on. So for me, I have a really great in with a bunch of performers because I'm a performance coach. So I work at different dance studios. So marketing just to performers is awesome. Also, like, if you make this list of the 5 things that make you awesome, this is a great way to figure this out. I am a mom, so connecting with other moms. I love baby wearing, like I know a lot of us do. So connecting to other baby wearing moms and finding what I would want to share with them and then why they would care. So like, baby wearing moms might want, a quick 5-minute face or something, where a performer might not want the 5-minute face. They might want something that's going to give them more long-lasting power, and how it's going to stay on stage, and how it's going to be really pigmented, right? There's different things that different people are going to want. So this is what I want you to do. Make a spreadsheet. I'm going to send you a little template if you want it. Make a spreadsheet of the different niches that you have. Does everyone, Morgan, is niche a term that people understand? Customers, maybe. So, okay, so I don't know. I use weird words sometimes. So the different customers that you have, like pick 4. Let's pick 4 customers. So specific customers, baby wearing moms, dance competition performers, older women who are looking to feel more youthful. Let's do 3. So those are 3 people that you could pick. Okay, and then you're going to put those in a spreadsheet, and then you're going to go through and figure out what things would be the top things that you could sell to these people, or the top opportunities that you could talk to them about. And I'm going to give you a spreadsheet so you can fill it out, and then figure out why the heck they would want it. And you can put in a bunch of different phrases, like, you would want this because our Uplift Eye Serum, will help to rejuvenate your skin. And Uplift is not something I talk about very often, but it's something that I know I did actually, cancer survivors, or people who are going through chemo. I have a few friends who are going through that, and Uplift is something that I realized their skin gets so dry when they're dealing with that. So Uplift is something that I had people use all over their face. So there are things like very specific solutions to problems. And when you put them in your spreadsheet, then you practice talking about it with all the little P's that I gave you earlier. I'm going to give you an example. So with my business, The Prepared Performer, I use the who, what, and why. So I practice this, and I have said it a million times so that it's easy and it trips off the tongue pretty easily. We're going to see how that goes today. But and then we are almost done. We're going to wrap up in just a little bit and get to the questions. Okay, so I help polish performers to performance level so that they can unlock their inner awesome and attack their goals with clarity, creativity, and joy. And now when I go talk to people and they're like, what do you do? I can say, I can mix it up a little bit, but I really focus on the fact that I help performers to unlock their inner awesome and attack their goals with clarity, confidence, and joy. And it's saying clarity, confidence, and joy just rolls off my tongue now because it's like my thing. So if you can come up with something, I help moms to be able to feel beautiful by giving them natural products that they can quickly apply and feel energized and gorgeous as they go through their day. Whatever. Come up with things, though, that go with your own brand. And then the last thing I'm going to leave you with is, as an actor, this is kind of weird, but as a performer, we go through our monologues or our scripts or our songs, and we divide it up into objectives and tactics. We pick an objective, which is your main want through the whole monologue, and then you divide it up into how you're going to get that. So when you're talking about all these things that you could say to people, I want you to think, what is my goal? What is my objective? Do I want them to buy a mascara? Or is my goal really that I want them to buy a Cloud 9? If your goal is to get them to buy a Cloud 9, you're going to use different tactics than you are if you just want to make a quick mascara sale. So you're going to think about what your objective is in this situation, your little practice situation. And then you're also, start posting questions now. Actually, Morgan, that's a great idea. She's so smart. I like that one. And then think about how you're going to do it. So there's loads of tactics that you can use. So if you want to inspire someone when you're talking, you're going to be using a different voice than if you want to scare them into buying something. We were talking today, some of us were talking about another direct sales company where we feel like for some reason, all the people who rep this certain company are really, really pushy. And I personally don't want to be seen as a person who is a pushy salesperson. So I'm not going to use the tactics that would be like scare tactics or to demand or to threaten someone into buying my products. I'm going to use things like to inspire and to play, those types of tactics that work really well for me and for my customers. So I'm gonna, I have all these things that I wanna share with you guys. I have 5 ways to boost your confidence today. It's a little PDF that I have. I also have some spreadsheets that I wanna share with you that you can fill out and do this homework. So when you go out into the field, when you're doing a party, when you're doing whatever, you're going to be prepared because you'll have practiced all this work that you've put in. And if you think you can do all of this and do it well without putting the work in, you're wrong. Like it might work a couple of times, but it's not going to be lasting. Unless you have magical powers and you've done this in other forms of your life, which some of you may have. But for most of us, these are skills you need to practice. And you need tools to practice them with. Okay, I have that. So spreadsheets, and then I also have something really cool. I'm going to offer up to you guys one-on-one coaching sessions where you can come in for 15 minutes. We're going to do it in a Blab room. I don't know if you've heard about that, but it's a live coaching thing. You can come in for 15 minutes and you can, I'll let you try out some of your pitches, some of your little, things that you say. There's a SNAP statement, which is putting that who, what, and why together, like a really quick statement like that. And then I'm going to give you tips on how you can make it more appealing to your audience. And I'm going to send you guys, if you want it, I have a sign-up sheet that I'll send you later this week, and you can sign up for a 15-minute slot. I haven't decided on the exact date yet, but we'll figure that out. If you want all of this, you can get it through the link that I'm just posting, thepreparedperformer.com/whysister, and it'll send it all to you. Hooray. Okay, questions. So I hope this helped you guys also just to, you want me to review what we just talked about? I'm like, my goal right now is to get you information as quickly as possible.
Why don't we talk a little bit more about videos? Because I know that's like a rage right now, and how to create content that is going to appeal to people, and how to keep it short, because that's losing audience and stuff like that. So just, and if people are here, hopefully people will get some questions in, but if not, we can add a little bit more, and we'll just keep going for 6 or 7 more minutes and wrap it up. So
I love the video idea. So exactly what I just said with the who, what, and why. When you're doing your video, sometimes we don't go in with a goal, with an objective of what we want to do. And I know for me, sometimes I start talking about too many products. Unless you're doing if you are going to do like a 5-minute face where you show lots of things, then make sure you have prepare. Don't just start filming and then be like, what's happening? So have all your products lined up next to you. You don't need to have a full script, because I think it's good to be able to talk off the cuff. But if you're someone who gets nervous and stuff, I would jot out the direction, like an outline at least, of what you want to be communicating, so that you have a guideline for yourself, a roadmap for yourself, that you're not just like off the cuff. And make sure you write down, who, what, and why you are doing those things, and your objective, like I said. That's the why, I guess. So, or no, what, like, sorry. Let me start again. So, know who, what, and why you're doing the video for. Like, that's, just answer those questions. And then really think about using all those different, ups and downs, highs and lows, different tactics in your voice as well, and your hands. Don't wear really crazy, like patterns, or white. Don't wear white or really crazy patterns, because it can wash things out. I think if you can really, I have a branding sheet that I'll share with you guys also. If you can really get some narrowed down things about your branding, Color-wise, I always try to wear either green like this or blue in my videos. I try to keep the color the same so that people start to recognize what to expect from me. I've now got this thing set up behind me. You can get like backdrops if you want, but what I did is I hung these pictures on my wall, and then, you guys, I'm gonna share with you a secret. I showed Morgan earlier, but I'm sitting on my desk, you guys. I don't have to worry about cleaning my desk. I just sit on my desk, but I have this really standard setup that people know that when they see this and they see me, it's like, hey, we're gonna be here for something cool again. Also, I try, if you have a little more time, I try to create a thumbnail that has an image in PicMonkey. Like I take a screenshot of this and then I put an image that's like, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So you're making it as easy as possible for people to consume your information. We're all so busy right now and going in so many different directions. So as easy as you can make it. Thank you, Nicole. You're awesome. Thank you. As easy as you can make it for them to consume it, the better. Yeah. So speed, what else? What other things? Oh, lighting. Let's talk about lighting for a second. So I know Morgan has a new lighting thing that she's waiting for that's really awesome. I'm going to show you mine too. I don't actually have it set up in its full capacity right now, but this, oh, okay, hold on. This thing is so amazing. Can you see it? Yeah, I don't know. Let me go this way. So this is the light that I use. I got it on Amazon. I can share a link for that too. I got it on Amazon. It is like the greatest purchase I have ever made. It came with a full stand, that light bulb, 4 different light bulbs, 3 stands actually, 1 short one, 2 long ones, and umbrellas. I didn't put the umbrella on this morning. It has made things so much easier. And it folds up into just a straight line. I just set it in the corner of my office. So I just pop it up, set it in there. It's super, super easy. I'm going to get you a link, which I'm going to share here. I think I know what it is. And then I can show you where I got this light, and it's like super, super awesome. Yeah. Okay, there's a little like tutorial on how to use it here. It shows me sitting on my desk. Preparedperformer.com/lights. I can't remember if it's light or lights. Okay, anybody else have questions? Do you guys feel, I want to know, like, who out there who's watching this right now? We have a couple people still on. So what are your biggest like issues and like pain points with this? Like, what is the hardest for you? Is it just being afraid that you're going to say something weird? I personally, if that's what it is, I personally have worked that into my brand. I know I don't want to have to be stressed out about messing up. And so I have come to terms with the fact that I know I'm going to mess things up, and I make it something that I turn into a joke or try and make. I don't put down myself about it. Like, I'm not like, oh, I messed up. I'm like, whatever, we all mess up. I try as much as I can to make sure that I'm really connecting with people in that fact. And then I don't have to worry about it. I just accept it and I love it and I share it with others. And I think messing up helps make other people feel more comfortable as well, because we really are relating to them. So that's huge for me too. Yeah, I would love to know what people have concerns about, what's difficult for them, but maybe you don't want to talk about it, but that's okay too. Morgan, what are some things that you think are hard for people in this regard?
I think the hardest thing for most people is just getting started, is working up the courage to make the video. It's like, I don't want to sound stupid. They don't want to mess up. They don't want to, see themselves on film looking less than their best. They want to watch, if they're going to watch themselves on a video, they want it to make them feel good. They want to watch that and be like, wow, it was amazing. And the way to do that is by practicing. And I'm very off the cuff with my videos. I almost never do retakes unless it's too long or like I really mess up. But I have started doing more prep beforehand and more retakes and more splicing of my videos, because I realized that like people are really just looking for like the most information in the least amount of time. And so like, whereas I'm kind of laid back, I'm like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, people aren't going to watch that whole video. So I think the big thing that's keeping people from doing it is just that fear. That's that stage fright of or fear of failure, fear of looking stupid. So,
and we're so hard on ourselves. Like, I get people, and we all have our own thing that we think is weird about our face, or we think is like, something we need to change or cover. So what I think actually is a really good idea in that, if you have people nearby, fellow Y sisters, or not Y sisters, just other friends, like maybe customers or just like your girlfriends, if you, or boyfriend, whatever, your husband, I don't care, to do it together. So my mom is a presenter on my team, and she's awesome. And I'm going to talk about her for a second. My whole life, she's never let us take pictures of her. My sister and I are always like, we're going to, grow old, and we're not going to have any pictures of our mother because she's so self-conscious about it. We used to give her a hard time. And this company has like absolutely changed her life in that way. She's taking all these photos, like, doing all these vendor shows and taking pictures. It's amazing. However, until recently, she's been with the company for a year and she would not do a video, like would not. So finally, we got here one day and we did it together and we made it fun. And, if she felt uncomfortable about something, I could be like, no, do it this way. Or, you could talk with, you don't have to do it alone. Get together with somebody or sign up for one of these things that we're going to do. It's fun and goofy, and just think about celebrating. Like, there is an actual fact of something that happens. I learned the term in college and I can't remember what it is, but when you put a camera on, you are not the same person. When you put someone else in the room, you are not the same person that you are when you're by yourself. Something physically happens within us that changes what you're doing. So you've got to, and that alone is a weird feeling. It's like something that we're not used to. And I really wish I could remember what it's called, but it's something that we're not used to. And it's a feeling that you've got to keep experiencing to feel better about. Change is hard and it's a weird thing, but if you want success in this business or in anything in your life hard enough, you'll get over it. And I'm so proud. And our team, we did this Beauty Bash facelift thing where we helped people to create videos and gave them ideas for videos and challenged people to do videos. And I cannot believe the people who I know are totally terrified of it, how awesome it's been, and the progress that I've seen from their very first video as it moves on. Like, as they continue on, it's gotten so much better because they've just done the work. So unfortunately, sometimes just doing the work is what the best thing to do.
Yeah. You got to do the work to figure it out. So, spit out the pacifier. Well, thank you so much for people who joined us. I know it's kind of an awkward time of day for a lot of people, so I anticipate the replay being widely watched. The links that Molly shared, if you're not able to see them on the replay, for the documents and the really helpful tips, it's the preparedperformer.com/ysister. And then for the lights, same link, thepreparedperformer.com/lights. And thank you so much, Molly, for joining us today. I'm really excited to get my light set up because I'm like, look, like that's my window right there.
Oh,
see how bright that is on my arm. So it's decent light, but like it's all purple. It's I'm looking forward to.
And because I got so many windows in here too, when in the middle of a video, sometimes the sun will move or the clouds will come out. And then I'm like, oh no, what I thought was so perfect. Thank you so much. oh, yay, my mom's here.
Yeah, I was like, I saw your mom in there. All right, so we're going to wrap it up and keep it short for you guys. And you can always contact me. I'm sure Molly's also available, and she wants to really do the one-on-one coaching. So take advantage of this performance coach wanting to work with you guys. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Morgan. Bye.
All right. Bye.